Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and today I'm going to be talking about how Power BI is really a kind of an abject failure. Um, and I realize you're probably looking at me like, what? You've got this thing where Microsoft just posted that, the Power BI family is now 30 million strong, right? And how can you call that a failure, Greg? Any software product that has 30 million users must obviously be a huge success, right? And of course, I've got my snarky comment back. What are the stats on Fabric? Although Microsoft would probably claim in full marketing BS, right, that Fabric has 30 million users because Power BI has 30 million users, but we all know that's BS. So, but anyway, but it does. So I want to explain why Power BI is an abject failure, and I'm going to do it by using something that I was not originally intended to show this. But it's this poll that I came out with a few, maybe a month ago or so, 2 weeks ago, whatever it is, in which I asked, this is just something that I saw on late night TV, and it struck me as funny. And so basically, it asked the question, this is back when the asteroid was going to hit the Earth, had a 3% chance to hit the Earth, right? So, I posted this poll, right, of, it has a 3% chance of hitting Earth. Does that mean that it has a 3% chance of hitting Earth or a 50-50 chance of hitting Earth? Right? And if you don't understand like where the 50-50 idea comes in, right? It's all about, well, what are we going to focus on, right? Is it the probability of the outcomes or is it just the outcomes, right? Because we all know that really the outcome is the only thing that matters, right? It doesn't matter if that asteroid actually hit the Earth, right, and wiped out a city. No one would be talking about, oh, it only was 3% chance to hit. No, the only thing that matters is that it hit the Earth and wiped out a city, right? So if you think about it, a lot of times you can change your perspective on things and say, well, the outcome is the only thing that matters, right? Well, there's only two outcomes, right? One, the good outcome, asteroid doesn't hit the Earth. The other one is the bad outcome. The asteroid hits the Earth. That's a 1 in 1 odds, right? That's a 50% probability, 50% odds in terms of one outcome versus another, right? So if you look at it that way, right, then the asteroid has a 50-50 chance of hitting the Earth, right? It either is going to or it's not. And we again, like I said, the outcome is the only thing that matters. So now let's think about this in terms of Power BI. What is the stated outcome for Power BI? Well, the stated outcome that I've always heard from the senior product managers at Microsoft, at least, kind of post Charles Sterling, was that the goal for Power BI was to make every Excel user a Power BI user. That is the outcome that they want to have happen. So here's the thing: 30 million Power BI users. Like the most conservative estimate of Excel users is 500 million Excel users. Okay. The upper bound is 1.5 billion. Okay. With the median being right there in the 1 billion range of Excel users worldwide. Which means if you're a product manager at Microsoft for Power BI, you have not just failed, you have just objectively failed in the most miserable sense because you are two orders of magnitude off. Like after a decade of trying, right? You are two orders of magnitude. This would be like, for example, to put this in terms that everybody can understand, like let's say your goal for the day is to get in 10,000 steps. Basically, what Power BI has been able to achieve was 300 steps, right? Two orders of magnitude off from the goal, right? And that's why, depending on your perspective, Power BI is just an absolute abject failure. So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.